fake Kelsey Grammer to kick this show off.
Let's cook this pig.
Here we go. Well, hello there, everyone. This is Keith from Keith's Comics, coming to you from the Keith's Comics warehouse and studio. We had some technical difficulties, so we're starting a little bit late, but we're glad to see you here. And if you're watching in the future, hello, future. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Cindy, you got anything?
Right now I'm going to the...
All right. We're just making sure that we have a new mic set up. And we want to make sure that that's all working good before we start trying to sell you some stuff. Our fonts are a little messed up, and in future shows we'll get that fixed. So, wow. All right, I'm going to try to adjust this a little bit here on the fly. And let's see how that looks. Okay. 35 hours. Yeah, see me moving it around there. All right. All right, so let's turn on that. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us during our show. Looks like our screen is a different size. I've been working on some things on the OBS software, and looks like I adjusted some things I didn't realize I was adjusting. So that's going to be fun figuring that out. Thanks a lot if you're in the future. Hello, future. We're going to be showing you some comics here one at a time. Very shortly, and hopefully the comics and the prices we want for them will match your want list and your FOMO, and we'll make a love connection, and then we'll arrange after the show to get them to you, whether you want to pick them up in our stores or whether you want us to ship them out. We're all good. We're willing to do that. Let's see, how does that look on the screen? Yeah, not so good. Let's see if I can make that a little tinier. All right. Oh, and there's such a lag. Looks like a 15-second lag. Oh, there we go. There we go. Can you hear me? I am talking. All right. Well,
it is a lag.
Yeah, it's a serious lag. Oh, look at that. Oh, I have some kind of shimmy sham going on there. All right, let's get started with the if you can find the electronic version of the fake Kelsey Grammer, we sure would like to get this show started.
And let's cook this pig.
All right, very good.
Keith's Comics.
First up, really a cool book from 1980 when they were reprinting the great X-Men stories because Burns and Claremont and Burns' X-Men were so hot. Said, well, maybe people would like to read those earlier stories. So this new title called Amazing Adventures did reprints of X-Men stories. This issue number 5 reprints X-Men number 3, the first appearance of the Blob. And again, you can see how useless. Can you put that price over Cyclops' head? I mean, even the Beast is making more. Thank you very much. The Amazing Adventures number 5 from 1980, a really beautiful VF copy of this. Would be $9. Look, it was sold on the newsstand. $6 if you claim it here. How do you claim something? Well, you go into the Keith's Comics Network Facebook feed, and then you type claim Amazing Adventures number 5, and then we'll sort it out. Pablo's at the Whataburger. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I was doing the Max Keith Headroom. That's who I was, Max Keith Headroom. What do we got next up, Cindy?
I do have a conditional.
A conditional offering means that somebody at some point requested this book way back in the mists of time, and it took us a long time to find the one that we had in stock in the warehouse. The warehouse is full of, I think at this point, nearly 500,000 books. It's crazy. We've been bringing extra staff in twice a week to work stuff, so hopefully you noticed in the stores that some stuff is going out. If you have a want list, send it to us or talk to the people at your local store. Your local Keith's Comics. This Amazing Spider-Man number 36 is the 9/11/2001 tribute book in which it's all black cover there. This is a really nice VF copy of this. $50 in store, $30 if you want to type claim Amazing Spider-Man 36 into the field. If you it's a conditional, meaning that if someone on the want list claims it and you claimed it, well, they're going to have to slide in front of you. And I don't remember who it was, but I'm sure they will remind me. And no, don't make it up that you just you did it.
Don't give up.
But don't give, yeah. Now, if you see somebody claim something in our show, even if you're watching in the future, go ahead and claim it anyway. People get premature claimation. It just happened last week. Someone claimed something, and then the premature claimation set in, and they saw their doctor about it. You had a customer asking about Eerie, Creepy, and Vampirella magazines today. Well, those are pretty cool. I think maybe we could send some from K2. That's the Mockingbird store. Down to our North Dallas store. I don't think that we have any of those available. We have the new Vampirella comics here and there, but man, those are really cool. I'm glad somebody's asking for them, and that we know where to send them. Next up, Cindy. The Teen Titans from their original run. They first premiered, I believe it was in Brave and the Bold. They have a little lineup change here and there, and this original Teen Titans lineup was Robin, Kid Flash, Wonder Girl, I believe, and Speedy.
She's laying down.
Is she? What? There you go. Issue number 42 from their original run. This issue is from 1972. It's a solid, pretty fine copy. Pretty fine is not an official designation. It's pretty and it's fine, which is an official designation. $12 in this. If you somehow let it get to the store, look at that. It's is that Marshall, Will, and Holly? Are they on a routine expedition? Then the greatest earthquake ever known struck. Wow. $9 if you claim it here. Claim Teen Titans 42. There you go. Pablo says that we should have a really long. We do have a full lightning round for sure.
We do.
Yeah, we do. It's pretty neat. Next up.
So you can get a good nap in?
Yes, well, he's driving from the Whataburger.
Oh.
Amazing Spider-Man issue number 218 versus Mud Thing. We got the spider sense going off here. In Manhattan stalks a monster. From 1981, this issue 218. A nice, fine plus. Just one tick too many, in my opinion. Keep it out of the VFs. $10 in store, $8 if you claim it here. Claim Amazing Spider-Man 218, $8. Now, you are, if you were, oh, yes. So if you, well, that's a great note. Thank you, Carpe Diem, former customers. Carpe Diem, the former McKinney store, who unfortunately last weekend was their last Free Comic Book Day was their last day. So if you ever made the trek up there to visit those fine folks, it's not necessary anymore. But you can certainly come see us. And if you happen to be a former Carpe Diem customer, please, I'm begging you. We have a store in Firewheel and Garland and a store in North Dallas, and we'd love to try to take care of you. Hey, Jerry's here. All right. Now it's a party. Amazing Spider-Man 218. Now, we simulcast our show on many of our Facebook channels, and you can certainly watch it there, and we appreciate that. But if you want to claim anything, you have to do all the claiming on the Keith's Comics Network Facebook page. You can watch it on the Keith's Comics Mockingbird, Keith's Comics North Dallas, and I don't think we stream it on the Keith's Comics Firewheel, but maybe we should. But if you can certainly watch it there, and certainly watch it in the future there. But if you want to claim, be Keith's Comics Network. Next up, Starman. All right, really great title. This is the trade paperback of the first, I want to say 6 or 7 issues, Sins of the Father. They've recut these, so it's kind of hard. And I think for a while they only put them in omnibus. And I think the crazy thing about this is they started putting them in those big oversized. And then I don't know if a regime change or what, but I don't think they finished. So you may have to keep up with the original 1996 versions of these trade paperbacks. Or make up your own. This is a first printing of the trade paperback. Trade paperback just means a collected softcover edition as opposed to hardcover edition. $6. I think it was originally $12.95 back in 1996. This is from a collection we just took in recently. If it was read very gently. And it looked great on your bookshelf there. The creative team on that, Robinson and
Robinson, Harris, and
Tony
Bob
Harris.
Ledger?
Yeah, Tony Harris. That's right. I couldn't remember. Went blank because I'm getting old. Next up. Superman number 97 from 1950. Oh, wait. No, never mind. This is Superman number 97 from 1977. This is the Pizza Hut Pizza commemorative edition. In 1977, they did the Super Friends. I guess Super Friends super popular on Saturday morning cartoons, so they thought, hey, kids might like some comics. So there were 6 different comics that summer, I think it was. And there are 2 Supermans, 2 Batmans, and 2 Wonder Woman reprint books. If you want to get all 6. This is Superman number 97, is one of the 2 Superman books from 1977. This is a really nice, solid, fine plus for $7. Next up. Ah, yes. That's Sunfire. He seems to be everyone. Sunfire, Firebrand, all of the Living Laser. Iron Man just seems to collect all those, the Melter, all those kind of iron guys. How come those guys don't fight like Ant-Man or something like that? But issue number 98 from 1977, fine plus copy, Steel versus Solar Flame.
Yeah, couldn't he get his own color schemes?
That's
Iron
right.
Man?
Totally, just ripped off Iron Man's color scheme. And isn't Sunfire? Isn't he an X-Man now, or was part of the X-Men team at different points? From 1977, $10 for this newsstand edition of Iron Man. $8 if you type claim Iron Man 98. Next up, Marvel Chillers. From the mid-1970s, I guess it was all about the spooky, scary stuff, and UFOs, and Bigfoot, and Nessie, right? It was all about the supernatural. Thanks, Leonard Nimoy. Marvel Chillers number 2 from 1975. Oh, bless you there over there. Cindy's with me here as always. I forgot to mention that. And we have some of our staff here at the warehouse/studio this evening
I
also.
think that's Mordred, the son of King Arthur.
Yeah, I always pronounce it Mordred, and then when I was looking at it this evening for the first time, I was this many years old when I realized it was Modred.
That's it really? My English is rusty.
Modred. Maybe it's one of those British words that you do still pronounce it Mordred, and maybe did somebody have the copyright on Mordred, or I don't know. And so they said, we don't want to fight about it. He's Modred. I think it's the second appearance of Modred also. Modred the Mystic from 1975. This is issue number 2 of Marvel Chillers. It's a nice, beautiful, fine copy with some spine dings on it, but beautiful colors, especially for here in Texas. $10 in store, $7 if you type claim Marvel Chillers number 2. And Kolchak, that's exactly right. Cindy loves her some.
Kolchak.
Yeah.
I just saw that you can watch them on one of the streaming services. So.
Yeah, that's right. She's all about it. Oh, Chris says it's Modred.
Modred.
Modred. Yeah, that's right. Modred is one of the Lost Stooges. Godzilla from the Dark Horse run in 1988. Looks like Godzilla had him a building snack there. He's all atomic fired out. From 1988, this issue number 5 is a beautiful VF copy. These don't surface very often for us. We're always happy to have them. $10 in store. Godzilla for us is having a really nice resurgence. So there's this new company called Exquisite, I think is the name of the company. They're doing some just next level model kits.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing some really nice stuff.
I followed that one.
Yeah.
Godzilla was about to come out.
Right. $7 for this if you type claim Godzilla number 5. $7. More dread. Come on now. Next up. Haunt of Fear number 20. Oh, no, it's not. But it's a really great facsimile of it. This is from 1974. Someone got the rights to do, and it might have been the heirs of EC. I haven't really dug into it. But this is actually EC Comics Classics number XXX. I can't remember which number. But it's a really good, faithful reprinting with good colors on this book. From 1974, maybe you can't afford in this condition the $700 for this Haunt of Fear, so it's only going to cost you $7. A beautiful Fine Plus copy of this classic EC comic. And that reminds me that someone has just bought the rights to do EC Comics, and they're going to start doing some loving reprints, I believe, but also some new stuff using the same classic titles. This Haunt of Fear number 23, which is actually an EC Comics classic, only sets you back $7. Type claim Haunt of Fear, $7. Well, Pablo's driving, so he can't do anything. So Pablo, let us. Oh yes, so Cindy has a book she thinks you're going to be interested in. So let us know when you have arrived and you're not dead in a ditch.
Is it high enough grade?
Yeah, we don't know. All right, next up, Marvel Premiere. These tryout. There was Marvel Premiere and Marvel Spotlight. This one featured Doctor Strange in the time period between his original run, where he took over the Strange Tales title, and one of the 18 million times he got his own title. This one, I believe, is Frank Bruner artwork. This presents is really nice, but technically we're going to grade it at VG. From 1972, this is Marvel Premiere, not Doctor Strange. Marvel Premiere number 8, but beautiful, fun book. One of the early appearances of the Endless One or something, some other nonsense like that from that crazy magic universe that he's involved.
You don't think they're trying to rip off Cthulhu? do you?
No, they wouldn't do that. From 1972, this Marvel Premiere issue, claim it at $7. Claim Marvel Premiere number 8 for $7. Next up. Oh, more of those great reprints. This one is from 1992, whenever they did some other reprints. This is $6 for this shock suspense stories. Wow, suspense stories. That's when you know you're creative. You start creating your own words. Jolting tales of tension in the EC tradition. $6 for this shock suspense stories. Next up, Cindy.
They're going to do lightning round since Pablo's in his car.
Oh, since Pablo's still in his car, we're going to do lightning round. And lightning round is when we do $1, $2, and $3 books. We do quick fire. We have $1, $2, and $3 bins in the store. We hope that you'll come check those out. It's stuff that's in lower grade, stuff that we have too much of, stuff that we just don't know what to do with. Sometimes we just forget and just price stuff in there because it's time for it to live at your house instead of our warehouse. What's the first item, Cindy?
$1 from 2022.
$1 from 2022, the Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Look at that, the number 1. Look at that. Is that the Bill Sienkiewicz Demon Bear? All right.
Cool.
Hey, Ty. Hey, sorry about you came to the store and all your stuff was in the hold box, and the guys said, "Oh, we didn't know." So, I saw that you picked up your sub and appreciate that. But you've got a big stack of stuff there waiting for you. And you're gonna claim that that Superman 97 is not really a 97. I don't know if you just came. That's the Pizza Hut reprint. I want to be fully transparent about that. But it's still a great deal if you want to put that as a placeholder, or just you like the promo aspect of it. The Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man, $1. Is that number $1, right?
Number 1,
yeah.
$1, and it's the variant.
It's the variant, but it has a gigantic crease on the right-hand side. You probably can't see it.
From here.
You can't see it, but it does. So that's why it's $1.
On the bear's arm.
On the bear's arm and on Spidey's head down through that by his knee. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I do.
All right, next up.
This is $2 book number 52.
$2 for Fighting Air Force, number 52. All right, next up.
Fighting Navy number 12.
Fighting Navy. I think that Charlton had all the bases covered at this point. They had Fighting Air Force, Fighting Navy, and Fighting Marines and Fighting Army, I believe.
I couldn't find the Marines, but I got 2.
I don't know if we had the Fighting, what's that, Merchant Marine. I don't know if those guys were in there. Fighting Space Force coming up next.
Fighting Merchant Marine.
Fighting Navy, also $2 with Cruiser X. Next up.
From 1975, number 2, Creepy Thing.
Creepy Things. Oh, it's spooky, scary with their version of the anthology scary book from Charlton. Next up.
From 2020 for $2, Year of the Villain. Who is that?
That's Zatanna, I bet, with the being mind control. Well, she's being mind controlled. Can't you tell by the way her eyes are?
I just thought that was magic.
So this is like, what number? It's at the bottom. The title is at the bottom.
The title is The Year of the Villain, number 17. Justice League Dark.
Justice League Dark, number 17. $2, is that right?
$2.
$2. Next up.
Now on to $3.
$3.
1973, number 113.
All right, Rawhide Kid, Gunman No More. Oh my gosh, I can't tell who's that. Is that a John Severin cover? Is that? Does it say on the bottom left there?
I'm looking. I just see Weeds on the bottom left. It doesn't have his name.
Next to his foot, it looks like a sign signature.
Weeds.
I don't know. Chris, who's doing the artist on this?
Yeah, Chris would know.
Yeah. Next up.
From 1974, number 7.
Number 7. Oh, that's.
Quasimodo.
Yeah. I didn't know that the Shadow and the Quasimodo had a crossover, but there you are. $3 for the DC run of Shadow. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows. Is that
To rebroadcast those.
Frank Robbins, I believe, is the artist on this? Yeah, there you go. Hey, Susan's here.
Hey, Sue.
She's got a cute little puppy. All right. Next up.
Need to see a picture of that. 1975, number 58.
All right. A nice reprint. I believe this was a Spider-Man issue, issue 78 or something like that. That's what popped into my head. It could be wrong. Beautiful reprint issues of this. We tell this story every time, but for the longest time, Marvel had just very limited newsstand distribution. So once that cleared up, they realized there was pent-up demand for all those classic stories that never got good distribution. And so they did a lot of reprint titles. And Marvel Tales is one of them. Reprinted in order, for the most part, Spider-Man issues. Next up.
Superman, number 262.
Oh my gosh, Karate Chop!
1973. He's got to destroy this building.
Is that right? Is that what 1973 is all about? Destroying buildings?
Got to destroy this building.
And that's only $3?
Oh yeah, I wonder if those were like during the, what do you call them, the movies that had all the disaster films.
Oh, it's a disaster slash Asian cinema crossover. So he's going to destroy that building. $3. I guess it presents great. Yeah, it must be a little rough around the edges for me to only put it at $3. Next up.
From 2002, the comic book day.
Yes. Hopefully you didn't miss Free Comic Book Day last Saturday. We got swarmed. It was awesome.
That's great.
This is from what year? 2001? 2002?
2002.
Yes, you can see. Which version of Weineken is that? Is that the original Weineken?
That is the original Weineken.
Yeah, it says Tales, Star Wars Tales, a
Skywalker.
Jedi's weapon, only $3 for this 22-year-old Free Comic Book Day book. Next up.
From 2015, number 1.
Secret Wars. This was in a previous show. I thought somebody was interested in it, but I can't remember.
It's $3.
It's $3. Claim it again, or remind me why I forgot. Spider-Man having the loves of Dobie Gillis moment there. Secret Wars number 1, $3.
They all don't have the same initials.
Susan says that disaster movies were big in '73, and
They
she's not
were.
wrong.
They have the Towering Inferno.
That's right. Poseidon Adventure,
Yeah.
Bigfoot, the Boggy Creek. Those are disaster movies too, right?
That was a disaster of some sort. 2019.
From 2019.
Another free comic
More
book
Free
day.
Comic Book Day books. Spider-Man with some kind of Carnage situation going on. Oh, man, that was a big storyline that year. A big Venom and Carnage crossover. $3 for this Free Comic Book Day version of Spider-Man. Next up.
From 1967, number 2.
There's got to be a morning after. Hercules. This is, what was that? The Man God Hercules.
Adventures of the Man God.
Adventures of the Man God. Hercules number 2. What year was that from, Cindy? 60.
1967, I think.
Yeah, 1967.
Yep.
Only $3. Look at that.
Hercules.
Hercules versus Giant Snake. Yeah, let's
Lots
do
of
this.
them, actually.
Oh, is there multiple snakes there?
They're here. Serpents.
Ah, yeah, he's not scared of no snakes like Indiana Jones. Whatever. Towering Inferno was your first thought? Yeah, okay. Hey, Alan's here. Hiya, Alan. Next up.
1974, number 133.
Oh, yes, a great classic Spider-Man issue. That's going to be, is that Ross Andrew or is that Romita still doing covers there? Hard to tell.
Yeah,
But
I'm
this
not
is it.
seeing Yeah.
The Molten Man returns. Spidey, yeah, he must have that special flame retardant Spidey suit on because that is a molten guy grabbing him by the neck
That's
there.
pre-Tony Stark, right?
That's right. Issue 133, is that right? It has,
33?
yeah, on the upper left, you probably can't see it because of the glare is wiping it out, but it has a little nibble on the corner, a little snack time. That just makes it affordable, right? $3 for Amazing Spider-Man 133. Next up.
From 1972, number 105.
Ooh, man. It's we need to move everything left so that they don't fall over. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. We are having a really nice run of cheapy books here. That, man, I can remember finding this at a garage sale in like 1976 and just being freaked out. Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Look at that Toad Man smacking Tony Stark down there. It's the Beast Brood. Oh, the Brood was used earlier than that. Okay. Issue, what number is that, Cindy?
Issue number 133.
No.
Oh, from Avengers
Of it-
105.
105. Issue 105. $3. Next up.
Speaking about Molten Man. Number 19.
Well, he's hot.
1968. Whoa. Was it Iriaku?
Yeah, something like that. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., number 19, from the mid 60s, 67, somewhere around in there. Gold Key did a lot of the movie stuff. They did Man from U.N.C.L.E., they did Get Smart, they did Spy.
They can use all the same, all the same sets. Just change them around.
It's $3 for this Man from U.N.C.L.E., number 19, right?
Right.
All right.
Come in, quick, put Man from U.N.C.L.E. sign up. What is it, Become a Silence?
That was from Get Smart.
Yeah, I was going to say, from 1969, from 1969.
There we go. Magnus Robot Fighter, 4000 AD. And as advertised, it is Magnus fighting a robot. So that's the way it should be every time. This is I guess, where the Conan covers got all of their ideas from, because you just have the main character fighting a big scary monster, and that you have some damsel in distress there. This is the progenitor of all this. Next up.
From 1970, 22, number 22.
Oh my.
Doctor Strange in his weird ballet costume.
They said, well, Doctor Strange is not selling great. Let's make him a superhero. Yeah. Oof. Wow. So I think this is an early appearance of the Serpent Crown too. I'm not sure. This is a very low grade. It's like a 1.8 because it's rough. It's been read a lot, and it's missing a big old hunk and chunk out of the back cover. That just makes it affordable, though, right? $7? I wish you $7. $3 for the Submariner, number 22. First time Doctor Strange and Namor, the Submariner, meet. Next up.
Yeah, he's getting some little gargoyles down there.
Oh, is he just looking for seashells on the seashore?
I see these gargoyle things.
I think that looks like the Serpent Crown to me.
That's the Serpent Crown? Okay. I trust you. Number 47.
Number 47 of Master of Kung Fu
1976.
from 1976. This has amazing Paul Galassi art on the inside. It's just fantastic. Do yourself a favor and score this book. Next up, Ghost. Number 51, featuring the haunted spirits of 76. It's a February 77 cover date, I believe, but it's the spirits of 76 that make the big appearance here. Oh, it's spooky, scary stuff. And that mid-1970s is all about the paranormal, I guess. And like Ripley's Believe It or Not and the Guinness Book of World Records. And That's Entertainment and all that kind of stuff. Next up.
Number 3.
Number 3 of Extreme X-Men. You have to say it like that, too. Extreme X-Men. This design variant cover of this are usually 1 in 10. I'm not sure that is. Look on the back cover. It's any of that. You don't have to show it. Just tell what is it, though.
It's the Extreme X-Men, number 3 of 5, classic design variant.
Classic design variant. I don't know if it's a ratio variant or not, but still, only $3. If I didn't know they could do Extreme Comics without Liefeld being involved, but there you go. $3 for Extreme X-Men number 3. Next up.
I don't have a name on this of the comic, but it's a Stormbreaker cover.
It's Blade.
Ah.
Blade, I want to say number 1, but Stormbreakers is the generic overarching title for people doing their very early in their careers, maybe even their first cover. They're giving them a shot at doing some covers. So if this artist breaks out, you'll be glad that you had this really cool Blade cover from I think it's Darkhold Blade, which was a big storyline last year, in which the Darkhold, oh my gosh. I don't even think the Darkhold's involved in this storyline that's going on right now. The Blood Hunt is crazy hot in our stores. Vampires raining from the skies, craziness going on. Wow, all of the entire Marvel universe, it harkens back to the old Crisis at DC storylines where everybody in the pool, because that's what's happening with Blood Hunt. Even Spider-Man.
Yeah, they couldn't get the movie out, so they had to create their own Dracula.
Dracula, blah, blah. Next up.
And this is another one that I don't know. Stormbreakers.
I believe it's Iron Man, Captain America, Iron Man, I believe, number 1. Another Stormbreaker cover on that. Look at that. I wish I didn't write. Does it write there's the cover on the cover upright. What's the artist?
Gleason?
Patrick Gleason. What year did this come out?
It does not say.
I didn't write that down.
Nope.
Well, I
Came out sometime.
yeah, I suck sometime. I want to say it came out in 2022, but I don't remember. But that's a really cool cover. Is that the White Widow and Captain America?
It looks like.
All right, Pablo's home.
All right. No good. I'll put that book up when we start again.
Yeah, my retro 8-bit font is because I was working on some things, and I will fix that font. But for right now, it's what we have. The screen's wrong too because I was doing some stuff in another. I didn't realize it was going to universally change everything. Yikes! Next up,
Right before the show starts.
right before the show started, I realized, hey, where is everything? Oh my gosh!
Number 4, the United States Captain America.
The United States of Captain America, Ariel Abiganya. Oh, yeah, it's like Sam Abiganya from Ted Lasso. This is number 4 of that title with the design variant, $3. Next up,
Another one, number 1.
Aaron Fisher.
I guess it's from the campus of Captain America.
Yeah, I don't know.
America of the Railway. I don't know. One shot.
I don't know. Maybe he gave blood at the orphanage and turned everybody into superheroes.
Maybe so.
The United States of Captain America, number 1, Aaron Fisher, design cover, $3. Next up,
Number 140.
number 140. Look.
1981.
All right. Is that Adam Strange down there telling you it's from 1981?
He did.
All right. $3 for this Green Lantern issue. What number was it again? I forgot.
It was number 140.
Number 140. Next up,
Number 234 from 1982.
from 1982, versus the ever spare Will-O-the-Wisp. Might even be his first appearances for all I know. $3 for this issue of Amazing Spider-Man 224. Is that right, Cindy?
234.
234. Amazing Spider-Man versus Will-O-the-Wisp. Next up,
So this is the 1 in 25 copy, Claire Andrews variant of Blade number 1.
Carrie Andrews. Kaare, I believe.
Oh,
Blade number 1, the 1 in 25 ratio variant, $3. That means I had to buy 25 copies to get this variant. And why it got sent to the warehouse, I do not know, because this is a really cool cover. But you know what? We're just going to get it out of our way. $3 with Blade versus Werewolves. There, right there on the bottom. That's where the wolf is. Blade number 1, 1 in 25 Carrie Andrews variant cover. Next up.
from 2022, number 5.
There you go. There's that title. Captain America Iron Man. This is the venomized or carnageized cover of this title. Captain America and Iron Man 2. Two great tastes that taste great together. Iron Man and Captain America. And we're going to throw in a little carnage on there. $3. Next up.
That was the last of the lightning round books.
All right, Pablo. You can you don't have to drink that Red Bull now. We're done with the lightning round. All right, next up. There we go. That's the one, Pablo, we wanted to show you. It's a fine plus. It has a few color breaks, but it's such stunning color on this and such a great cover. It's War's Christmas present. It's Sergeant Rock number 21 from 1992. The print runs on these, I think, were crazy low, so it actually has held up its value. High grade of this is ridiculously expensive. Sergeant Rock number 21 from 1992, this fine plus. Somebody who just was not looking at it closely would say very fine, but it presents fantastic. $10 for Sergeant Rock number 21. Next up. Oh, look, another Superman. Number 113 from 1977. So we've had both of the Supermans from that Pizza Hut giveaway from 1977. This one reprints issue 113. This is a really pretty copy, a fine plus copy of this. It's almost like they didn't allow some 6-year-old kid to put pizza-stained fingers all over it. Wow, $6 for this beautiful reprint. A reprint that is already, let's see, do the math, that is 20, 44, then through 47 years old. It's criminal that that's only $6. Next up, hey, half the Angelettas are here. Nice, welcome to the show. Iron Man, oh, what a cool cover. Man, that is really neat. Is that like Rich Buckler or who is that? Iron Man number 96, a fine plus cover on that. He has had his last nerve has been shattered. From 1977, $8 for this great issue of Invincible Iron Man, number 96 from 1977. Next up, it's Witching Hour, Midnight. Oh man, is that a werewolf or a zombie, Cindy? I can't tell. Or is he just His face is on.
Hairy knuckled man.
He is he burn victim or dead or what's
I
going?
think he may be turning into a werewolf.
Oh, look! It's the first monthly issue of Witching Hour from 1972. This issue number 22. That's going to give you some tingles on the spine. $6 for this fine mid-grade copy. Looking good on that. Yes, claiming the Green Lantern. We knew that was going to happen. Next up, Superman number 222. It's a giant. It presents great, but the spine it's like somebody put a potato peeler on it or something. So it's going to be like VG minus, but still, it's a beautiful book from 1969. Only $6 for Superman Giant number 222. All right. Make sure that if you see somebody claim something and you still want it, tap claim, especially if you're in the future, so we know what people are interested in. Next up, Cindy. Conan number 40 versus the Fiend of the Forgotten City. Ooh. Conan the Barbarian, John Buscema issue here. Is that a Buckler cover, though, or maybe Buckler and Buscema? Issue 40 from 1974. It's fine plus copies. Spectacular colors on it, especially for here in Texas. $6 for this Conan the Barbarian issue. Look at that. There is some scimitar swinging going on there. That's fantastic. Next up.
It's a book.
Yes, it's a book. There was Dark Knight Returns, and there was the Dark Knight 2. This was Dark Knight 3 from 2016. That was 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's hard to believe. They did also hardcover versions of each issue. Somehow, randomly, in a collection we got, here's issue number 5. From that Dark Knight 3, the hardcover still sealed in its original plastics. And in this issue, I think that's Jim Lee putting the smacketh upon Joker there from 2016. The cover price on this was $13. $8 if you cannot live without this really cool Joker getting smacked around cover of the hardcover. Just tap on that, Cindy, so they can see that that's hardcover. Yeah, nice. Oh, yes, the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary on Netflix. That was good. That was very good. Oh, you say that's a Kurt Swan hairline. Yes, that's correct. That is absolutely correct. Next up. Oh, yes, Black Cat number 2. This one is carnageized. Ooh, man. Is she hanging out with Carnage, or did she remove his head from his body for him? It's unclear what's going on.
Oh, it looks like those veins are underneath her eyes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but $6 and you can find out. From 2019, this very fine copy of Black Cat number 2 is the carnageized variant cover of that. Cindy dented the cover. Cindy, don't dent the cover. Oh, Cindy dented the cover. We're marking it up. It's a special variant now.
That's right. Now it's variant.
That's right. It has sugar all over it now. Next up.
Good one.
Crisis on Infinite Earths. Man, I was flipping through this. I forgot how cool this was. It just as a 60-year-old guy reading this now and having read all the other Crises, it's just awesome, this what they pulled off during this series. This issue number 5 is a beautiful VF copy here. $9. Man, these things are ridiculous. I think I probably sold these for $9 in 1989. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 5, VF copy, $6 if you type claim into the Keys Comics Network. Crisis number 5, $6. Next up. Some of the hottest stuff right now are Star Wars books, especially variants and first appearances. This is called the Homage cover. I don't know what it's an homage to.
I think it's an homage to the Kanan number 1.
Ah, okay.
Because Kanan was up here, and I think Ezra was down there. That's Ezra from the comics.
From the Rebels cartoons.
Yes.
It's also the first appearance of the Grand Inquisitor in comics, I believe. So this is from 2016. This Kanan number 12 only set you back $6. About 2 years ago, this was a crazy, ridiculously expensive book. Now it's just expensive. I don't know any of those characters. Were those all bounty hunters, or were that part of the Rebels team, Cindy?
That's the whole Rebels team, because there's underneath here is the girl, the Mandalorian girl, Sabine, I think, and then I'm trying to think. I think this is Waz, and then that's the driver of the ship. I can't remember.
Oh,
her name.
was not, and then that's the driver of the ship, the girl from on the roller skates.
That's Kanan, and then that's Ezra.
All right.
No, they all look like they were in the cartoon.
Oh, Ezra is one of those other whiny Star Wars characters, right?
He's off in space somewhere.
Sure he is.
We don't know where he is.
Sure he
With
is.
the whales.
Yeah,
Space whales.
with the space whales.
Yes.
I'm sure he's not being refrigerated by Thrawn.
You don't know.
He's in carbonite somewhere. They're
Thrawn
playing
put
poker.
him in his
They're playing.
art- in his art gallery.
Yeah, they're playing Sabat on top of him.
Yeah.
Next up. Ooh, a great classic book. First appearance of Felix Faust. Justice League of America, number 10, from 1962. He's got his finger puppets out. Some people might even say that looks like the Justice League. Those are finger puppets, baby. The Fantastic Fingers of Felix Faust from 1962. This is a $50 copy. Not quite VG. I just think it has enough issues to keep it out of VG and some stress lines on it. $40. And hopefully you are checking out our YouTube channel. We're doing a weekly series called Digging Beyond the Cover. Our first book came back from, will be here tomorrow.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Be here tomorrow. We're getting our House of Secrets number 92 back from CGC, and then we'll do an update video on how close we were to grading. The Justice League of America, though, a great classic issue, $40 for this Justice League number 10. Yes, Felix Faust finger puppets. Oh man, you can't say that 3 times. I can't even say it 1 time fast.
He's the guy in the vault. He's the guy in the vault.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's from the what is that show?
From Fallout.
It's Felix Faust finger puppets from the Fallout feature.
Yeah, he's in a vault.
There you go. Next up. Missed it by that much. Amazing Spider-Man and number 236 of Death Knell. Look at that. Some kind of is this where the tarantula tried to take some kind of serum and he actually became a tarantula? Because we all know that when Spidey took some of that serum, he got extra arms like a Spidey, and the tarantula became a tarantula. That's how these things go, right?
Too much of a human hairdo going on there.
Well,
Over
and
his
he's
eyeballs.
probably got pointy shoes too. Amazing Spider-Man 236 from 1983. Maybe you can borrow some
What's
regular
the name of
flats
that?
from Batroc the Leaper.
Is that or the tarantula?
Well, that is the tarantula.
This is the tarantula.
That is the tarantula.
Oh wow, he really.
Well, he took some serum to try to get more powers.
I guess he felt stupid looking, jumping into every building.
Yeah,
sideways.
bleeding with his feet. He
Yeah.
broke his ankles all the time. Amazing Spider-Man 236, $8. Tap claim into the Keys Comics Network and claim this book. Next up.
I love that.
All right, classic Crisis on Infinite Earth. The Anti-Monitor had made an appearance in a previous issue, but now he made a full-blown appearance here. This is a VF copy. High grades of this are going crazy. Cindy, there's a piece of paper in the back. Read what all is in that.
This one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Crisis on Infinite Earth 6. Debut appearance of Charlton characters Captain Atom, Judo Master, Nightshade, Peacemaker, The Question, and Thunderbolt. First appearance of Anti-Monitor, and first appearance of Yolanda Montez as Wildcat.
Wow. So if you're a big Peacemaker fan or the Question fan, this is the first appearance of those characters in the DC universe.
Is that a Rogues Gallery?
That is, no, those are really good superheroes now.
Oh, it's a nice gallery.
Yeah, it's the ones they saved from Alan Moore turning them into degenerates.
Oh,
Next up.
thanks, George Perez.
No, not George Perez. Did I say George Perez?
No, he wrote it.
Oh.
Or is he the artist or is
He's the artist.
Ah. And thanks, Mark.
Mark Wolfman is
Thanks,
the
Wolfman.
All right. Oh, look. Oh, there's the homage cover. I get it now. Oh,
See?
yeah, you're right. Your Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Kanan, the Last Padawan, number 1 from 2015. Crazy expensive. This is such a good deal. You need to hook yourself up. If someone in your life is a Star Wars fan, just buy this for them because it's pretty cool. Just while you're here, just peek on over to the eBay and see what these are going for. $6 for Star Wars Kanan, the Last Padawan, number 1, the regular A cover. Oh, yes. Here, read that. Give me that crisis thing, because you're way far from the microphone. People couldn't hear.
Okay.
And she doesn't.
It's important.
She was never on stage like I was.
So I don't know how to project.
Right. It's that Crisis on Infinite Earths #6. It featured the debut appearance of Charlton characters, Captain Atom, Judo Master, which is hysterical. Did you see the note from James Gunn today that they started filming Peacekeeper season 2? Nightshade, Peacemaker. Did I say Peacekeeper? Peacemaker, The Question, and Thunderbolt. It's the first full appearance. He appeared in a cameo earlier. Full appearance of Anti-Monitor. The first appearance of Yolanda Montez as Wildcat with the 9 lives. There you go, Cindy. Slide that back up there.
Yep.
All right. Angeletta's claimed that there's 2 things that every collection needs: Crisis on Infinite Earths and Watchmen, and you have neither. That's, oh, come on. We got to fix that. Nice. All right. Yes, like all lead seekers, I do lead the mic. It's my mic. I paid for it. Susan says use your teacher voice. All right, next up. A beautiful VF copy of Thor number 254. From 1976, this exceptional newsstand edition is $18, and if it slips out to the store, $13 if you claim it here. It does have some grease pencil writing on the H of Thor, but that's from the distribution mark. Probably that meant that book went out on the shelves on September 8th of whatever year, that 1976, because it is the December issue. September, so it had all of September, October, November, and December on the newsstand before they could send it back and get their money back on it. Sensational copy of this. Usually these, well, I'm not going to say that because we have 3 really great runs of Thor in-house right now. So, but this is a beautiful VF copy of that. $13 if you claim Thor. It is Thor's Day. Next up. Oh, yes. The classic Justice League of America number 77 from 1969. This issue features Snapper Carr, I think, getting deeked and giving up the original Justice. Well, they needed to give it up. The original Justice League meeting place was someplace like in a cave in Delaware, which doesn't make any sense at all. Somebody, if I got the place wrong, let me know on that. This Justice League of America number 77 is a stunning VF copy of this. Unfortunately, it has a little bit of Texas patina on it. It's just off-white because this book, originally, all that's supposed to be like a really pretty deep white, but it's still great colors, especially for here in Texas. All the Justice Leaguers on there, and you're never going to guess who decoyed them. $30 in store, $26 if you claim it here. Justice League of America number 77 from 1969.
It was called The Secret Sanctuary, and it was a large cave deep inside the mountain base in Happy Harbor, Rhode Island.
I told you it was someplace weird like Delaware or Rhode Island. Yeah. Well, that's because I told you wrong. It wasn't in Delaware. It was in Rhode Island. Why all these characters at a mountain in Rhode Island? I didn't even know Rhode Island had mountains. That's,
Well,
my Texas.
they did.
That's right.
Yeah.
Next up. Oh, beautiful copy of Submariner number 54. Presents great. Technically, it's going to be. Oh, look at this. Is this a crossover with the Submariner and the Sea Devils? No, they just use that Sea Devil. That's being snarky because I don't think the Sea Devils were in production at this time. That's nth level. That's trolling right there. Marvel using the Sea Devils because they weren't in publication. $6 for this Submariner 54. Oh yes, you can go see it in Arlington. It's nice. These Rangers don't play today. All right, yeah, they're off today.
Yeah.
After splitting a doubleheader yesterday and giving up 44 runs.
Ding dongs.
I think they scored more. They gave up more runs yesterday than the Cowboys did in the first month of the season. Next up. Howard the Duck, number 12, classic issue here. It's the first appearance of Gene Simmons and the members of KISS. If you are a musicophile or know somebody that is, it's an important book that they need to have in their collection. And this is where you ride to the rescue and become the greatest friend ever. score this for them and give it to them at a special occasion. Howard the Duck number 12, featuring the first comic book appearance of comic book fan Gene Simmons. Unfortunately, it's only on the last page, and 13 is the full appearance. But the full appearance...
It's suspiciously like Wolverine and Hulk.
It is exactly like that. $18 if you claim Howard the Duck number 12. And unfortunately, the Kiss only stay around for like 2 or 3 pages. But still, first appearance. Mavericks and Stars tonight. Are they both playing here in town? So could they switch off at half times? Next up. Yes, this is one of my favorite books of all time. I can remember riding up on my bike at a garage sale and scoring this book. Oh my gosh, the memories. This VG Plus copy of this Avengers, not quite a fine copy because it's been read a few times. The spine is a little crunched. That just makes it affordable, right? $8 in store, $6 if you claim. Wow, what's going on? This is before Scarlet Witch was all cray-cray, or had she started to turn, because that's what for her love of the Vision. Issue 113 of the Avengers, only $6. Oh, I thought they both play at home. It'd be a turnaround double play, double header. Start the Stars game, then at midnight the Mavericks play. That'd be fun. Or just don't they just put the boards over the ice at the stadium so the ice stays frozen? Isn't that how that works? Next up, or was that the old Reunion Arena?
Return of Molten Man.
Wow, I didn't even know the Molten Man left, but dadgummit, he's back. This is and he strikes again. The Molten Man strikes again in issue 132 of The Amazing Spider-Man. This is a really cool cover. Look at that. Wow, nice. It's a very low grade, good copy. $6 though, from 1974. That makes this book 50 years old. Wowzer, doesn't it? Did I do my math right? It's 26 and then 24. That's 50, right? Everywhere you count it. Amazing Spider-Man 132, $6. Next up.
We are on 3. Here's the genius of Joe Kubert's art storytelling.
Oh yes. Is he having a?
Yeah.
He's in the. What do you call that? Where they're dug out? What's that called? Behind the lines or?
Oh yeah, big trenches.
Trenches. He's in the trench and having a horrible nightmare about being in hell. Yikes. This VF minus. Fine plus, if you will. Beautiful colors on this Joe Kubert cover from 1990. Sergeant Rock Special number 7, $7 if you claim it here tonight. We're having a really good luck selling Western comics and war comics at the Mockingbird store. If you want some of those comics sent up to North Dallas or to the Firewheel store, make sure you let those folks know or here in the comments. We're bringing people in twice a week to work stuff. We worked several hundred books today, getting ready for today's show and to send stuff out. So let us know what you're interested in, because it's just right now it's like it's just mining. We just go out in the warehouse, grab a box, and just start working it. It's cool. Next up, 2. Flash Gordon, number 1 from when King Comics did this. Look at him. He is smacking the heck out of that random green Martian guy. He's got the generic damsel in distress from 1966. This Flash Gordon number 1 be $40 in this beautiful fine plus grade. There's $30 if you cannot live without it here. Flash Gordon, he didn't need some fancy stuff. He's got his 2 fists, and he's got a left and a right. Boom, boom, and down goes Martian. Next up.
Final book for tonight.
Final book for tonight. Oh, well, there you go. Again, useless as always. Thanks for covering up. I appreciate that. But a very nice special VF copy of Uncanny X-Men number 134. Very early, if not the first appearance of Dark Phoenix here. Issue 134. $60 for this? Man, I thought these were... Oh, okay. Peak burn? Are we right in there, peak burn? What do you think? He doesn't have his microphone on, Alan. $50 if you claim it here. Uncanny X-Men 134 from 1980. $60 in store, $50 if you claim it here. And there we go. Another show in the books. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday night show. We appreciate it. Come visit us in the stores if you can. The guys get lonely without seeing you. Cindy's been with me here as always.
I have.
And then we appreciate you taking the time, especially whenever you're busy at this time of year with all the stuff going on, graduations, kids going on, lunar, you got solar eclipses, you got thunderstorms, you got tornadoes, you got all kinds of crazy stuff. Dogs and cats living together, fire ants attacking, all the crazy stuff going on. We appreciate you taking the time. Thanks for coming by and seeing us. Was it the Goblin Queen first appearance? I did not realize that. Could be. All those things get mixed and matched because I mean, for the longest time they couldn't even decide who Cable was. So, yeah, whatever. For Keith's Comics, I am Keith. I hope that you'll come see us in the stores. And if I don't see you at the stores, I'll see you next time. All right, Cindy, it's a small but devoted crowd tonight. Put that turkey leg down. We'll get back to the craft services after this. You got one more, right?
I do.
All right, let's see what you got.
Did you know, because it's Thor's Day,
Thor's Day.
it's a beautiful cover. I just love it.
Issue 185. Look at
those
that.
blues.
That's some deep blues. Wow, usually this is all beat up whenever we get this. See the god of thunder alone and unarmed, trapped upon the world beyond. This fine plus copy from 1971 only set you back $15, and this greatness. That's got to be John Buscema, right?
Yeah, that's a floating hand there, right?
Oh, floating hand alert. It sure is. I didn't even realize that. Hand from nowhere alert. Bump, bump, bump. $15. Type Thor. Claim Thor. $185. $15. Thanks a lot, everyone, for Keith's Comics. I am Keith. Yes. And if I don't see you in the stores, I'll see you next time.
Keith's Comics.